All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, or called Kadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to us for pushing this truth and sincerity, and abide babul. All right, I'm about to do a video on these heathens not being our friends, not being our brothers, not being our associates, not being nothing like that to us, and not being kin to us. All right, because there's always this big misconception about can heathens get saved? That's always a nigga first answer when they say the salvation is of the Jews, or you got a question like, well, what about Ishmael, or what about Esau? Fuck them. All right, they're not Israelites. Don't worry about them. Worry about you and your people. Worry about how you and your house gonna get saved. Because these heathens, if it was up to them, especially these Edomites, they'd throw us all in a big bonfire and just say, do away with the Israelites. All right, just to show you. All right, bring out a couple examples. All right, this is Exodus chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join all unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land." All right, so here it's just a clear example that these heathens are not your friends. All right, here you have the Egyptian king. They already had us enslaved. Now he's saying we must deal with them wisely because there are more of them than us. And if we go to war, they're going to join our enemies. Now, if you know anything about this story, a lot of the Israelites that were slaves wanted to stay slaves. They were so brainwashed. All right, they complained the whole time in the wilderness when they were leaving Egypt. Yes, they did eventually leave Egypt. All right, and here you have the Egyptian king saying, let's just destroy them, which they cannot do, according to Malachi 3 and 6, so that the sons of Jacob are not consumed. All right, so they couldn't destroy us. That was their downfall. And it just go to show you, Jake wanted to be their slaves at this point in time. You know, not all of them, the wicked ones, the 2/3. You know, you always have your brainwashed niggas. But he wanted to destroy you niggas. And you was serving him as slaves. All right. I'm a part of GMS, not IUIC. I just noticed that on the little picture. But I am a part. I give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Letting that be known now. All right. But like I was saying, these heathens, they don't give a flying. They don't care about us. All right. So the feeling. This is one of those times where the feeling should be mutual. All right. I'm gonna skip down the verse. Wait, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump to 12. It say, no, I'm gonna start at 11. It say, therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them, to afflict them, and with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pitmoth and Ramses. All right, the Israelites built this Hamite 2 cities. All right, and what did he do? He set slave masters over them, and they whipped them and they beat them, and they treated them badly at this point. All right. So these heathens, they don't care what you do for them. We were slaves. He forced us to build them 2 cities, but we still did it. And what did they do? They put taskmasters over us to afflict us, to cause damage to us, to treat us poorly, to treat us like dung of the earth. All right, these heathens don't care about us. All right, and this the Hamites, the real Africans. Well, they really Hamites, but today the so-called Africans that are in the land of Africa, South Africa, West Africa, your all those countries of that continent, Africa, which are different nations of Ham. All right, but this is who you people claim to be. You claim you Ham, really, because you claim Africa, African American, which you are not. You are a Hebrew Israelite. All right, if you are a Negro, Latino, Native, and Seminole Indian, or confusion of face, then you are an Israelite. So they claim to be Hamites, but Hamites want them to be done away with. All right, the Hamites sold the Israelites into slavery. All right, you had the Jews funded. You had the Arabs. They played a part in it. Everybody played a part in our downfall. The Assyrians had us in slavery before in the scriptures. All right. You had the Jewish talking about they was in slavery in Egypt. That wasn't you niggas. That was us. We went through that torture. We went through these 7 slaveries. All right. You know, no matter where we go, we call specks Negroes. We call these proverbs and bywords by these other nations. They look at us and they shake their head like we not the chosen people. Mind you, some of us are extremely wicked and they do look foolish, but even if we was righteous, they would look down on us. But you people want to hold hand in hand with these people. That's just despicable. It say, and this is verse 15, Exodus 1 and 15, it say, and the king of Egypt, matter of fact, I'm going to keep reading. This verse 13, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with a regard, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. One second. And he made their lives bitter with hard bondage, slavery, in mortar and in brick. They built them pyramids. That was the mortar and the brick. He made them do it roughly. He made them all day in the sun, and you know how hot it get in Egypt. All right, yeah, we got the melanated skin, but damn, it hit 120 over there before. You know, who knows how hot it was back then? And it wasn't no sunscreen. He didn't give a shit about us. All right. You know, I just had to think. This is verse, we still on 14. It say, in all manner of service in the field, and all their service where they made them serve was with a regard. And the king, see, everything he made us do it toughly. It was never an easy day for us. All right. Verse 15, and the kings of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which their name of the one was Shipra, and name of the other Puha. And he said, when ye do the midwives of the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him, but if it be a daughter, then ye shall live. But the midwives feared Yahweh, or who the world so called God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, and saved the men children alive. He was trying to wipe us out. Why? Because the bloodline, the lineage, they go off of the man. All right, he was trying to wipe. If you kill the men children off, which they can't do to the nation of Israel, they can't wipe us out. All right, Malachi 3 and 6, so that the sons of Jacob are not consumed. All right, roughly paraphrasing, but he wanted to wipe us out, and this is just Ham. What more for Esau, who got a deeper, perpetual hatred for us? What more for the Moabites? What more for the Ammonites? What more for the Assyrians? What more for the Babylonians? What more for all the heathens? All right, these heathens do not care about us. All right, and I'm gonna bear with me for a second while I find this this book. Obadiah. Salakia, bear with me for a little bit longer. Just looking for Obadiah. Here we go. This is Obadiah, chapter 1, verse I'm gonna start right here, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. For their violence, you know, the Edomites been doing violence for us since the beginning of the time. Cain and Abel. Before we, all right. And then you niggas, you really love the white man. It's like, man, y'all defend him with everything. It's like you would fight your own Israelite brother to defend him, and he's stabbing you on your back while you defending him. All right. Of course, you have some Israelites mingled in there that look like Edomites, but they really Israelites. All right, because you niggas, well, I ain't gonna say you niggas, but you Israelites, you went off and you intermingled with the other nations. All right, so we have a few scattered amongst other nations, but the real true Edomites really hate us with a perpetual hatred. That's why 25% of the people in jail in the world, all countries, 1/4 of that population is in America, the so-called land of the free. And guess who makes up the jails? 70% so-called black, another 10-20% Hispanic, I believe, and maybe like 5% white. All right, but this the land of the free. That damn near sound like our whole nation is in jail. You know. I'm gonna grab Psalms chapter 2. Probably end it there. This is Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathens rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bonds asunder and cast away their cords from us. All right, they want to break us. They want to take our heritage. They took our heritage, the Jewish. They stole it. They pretended to be us. Told us we was the Hamites because of our melanated skin, our melanin, our, even though we are completely different from them. All right, because we have spiritual blessings. All right, and we are the real true Israelites, which could never be replaced. All right. This is who you call your friend, though. This is who you call your brother. People that stole your heritage. All right, and people that's been gunning you down since before we had names. All right. No matter where Edomite is mentioned, is always going against Israelites because they have that perpetual hatred. They hate us for no reason, but this is who you people call y'all brother. All right, this is verse. This is verse 4. Verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Then he shall speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. So, you people, you claiming you want to get down with the heathens, you want to be their friends, you want them to be saved like us. Well, take that judgment with them, all right? Because they getting judged what they do to the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native, and Semio Indian. They getting judged for it. And if you want to be with them so bad, take that blessing. Take that curse that the Lord getting ready to throw down on them. How about that? Eat a missile with them. If you want to go down with America so bad, then so be it. All right. But the moral of the story is them heathens, if they not Hebrew Israelite, they're not your brother. All right. All of Israel is not of Israel. So what more for the heathens? All right. But with that, I want to give all praises for Yahweh. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to those pushing this truth in sincerity and abide babol.